Hello, hello, hello. It is Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. Been a pretty good week, I think. Sundays are hard because I'm like, what did I do this week? What happened this week? What day is it? Ever have weeks like that? Yeah, I always have weeks like that. Um, so y'all know that I have a side business aside from my full-time job, which is very full-time, where I have an embroidery studio and I design and make and sell patches on Etsy. And I have a really big expensive machine that has been in the shop for 3 or 4 months now, still waiting on a part to be made to fix it. So I don't know how long that one's going to be down. So I've been using a backup machine, which is one of my older machines. Now keep in mind, the reason that I have the newer machine was because the older machine was acting up, having problems, and it wasn't fast enough to keep up with the demand. So I've been using an older machine that does require a little bit more patience and a little bit more babysitting, and it doesn't operate as fast, and sometimes I have to restitch things. So anyway, but I've been making it through and been able to keep up with a decent amount of orders. Well, that machine went kaput on Tuesday. So I already took it in to the servicer. He told me what part I needed to order, so I've already got the part ordered. So my backup machine is now down. So I'm officially closed for business for right now. And being this close to Halloween, when people always want patches for their costumes or whatever, and being down this close to people starting to think towards to Christmas and Christmas trips to the parks and Christmas gifts or whatever, really kind of sucks. Because that really, my main job, pays for the bills and the utilities and the rent and the things like that and the child support and whatnot. But the side job is what gives me any amount of spending money or flexibility whatsoever. So when the machine broke on Tuesday and I had to refund $250 worth of orders, that was a kick in the nuts. So hopefully I can get that fixed and I can get that back and I can start operating again at a reduced capacity, but at least I can operate again because I like the money. I like having spending money, especially because that's what I use for, my boyfriend's birthday or my son's birthday or Christmas or gifts or whatever. Or even if I just want to splurge and take my boyfriend out to dinner or whatever, that's where that comes from. So. Work has been good this week. It's been really busy, and the developers hired a new Scrum Master to kind of look at the overall picture of the project that I'm working on, which is a big project. It's like the main project that I do at work. And we were running into all kinds of issues. The business was making all kinds of complaints about, things being done certain ways or them getting over inundated with work like a lot at one time. So the Scrum Master was starting to look at all of our processes and procedures and some of the things that I had already put into place to change to try and help those. It was very rewarding in one of the final calls of the week, one of the many final calls of the week with the Scrum Master and the powers that be on the line, for him to be like, no, what Jordan's doing is he's doing everything right. The problems that y'all are having are because the business is doing things this way and not doing X, Y, Z. So it's all falling on the business. So the complaints the business have all falls back on the business. So that was, one, it was like excellent. And two, it was great to have that validation from someone whose job is to look for efficiencies and ways to make things procedurally in line and faster, that he was like, yeah, everything that Jordan's doing is right. So that was awesome. There's also a proposal that I made to my boss and my boss's boss a couple months ago, talking about how, my project has mostly commercial lines. There's a smaller project that someone in select commercial lines handles, and there's a smaller project that someone in personal lines handles. But they want all of these three things to look and feel the same way. So I'm like, well, why don't you have one project manager that handles all three of those as opposed to just one of those? And that kind of got, and of course, I wrote that up, like, here's what it would entail, and, modest pay increase, modest, that kind of stuff. And it kind of got brushed to the side until we could figure out what we wanted to do. And in one of the earlier meetings this week, the Scrum Master had made this comment, like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that these three things are managed by three different people. So I had told him what it was I had suggested earlier in the year, and he's like, yeah, that makes the most sense. So maybe something good will come of that. We shall see. Wednesday, I went to an SAA meeting. It was, I didn't go to one last week because of the cruise, and I had missed a couple the weeks prior because of other commitments since we'd moved to Wednesday night. So it was nice to go to the meeting, and there were some new faces that came in. So we're always grateful when people decide to see what we're about and see if the processes that we offer and the support that we offer and the solutions that we offer are intriguing enough to them to want to make the changes in their life. So always excited when we see new faces. And it was nice to do fellowship, which is where we go out for dinner. Although somebody picked a barbecue restaurant, which, first off, Texas barbecue is not my favorite. But this particular place he recommended, they had amazing Frito pie, which, it's ghetto. It's Frito with like chili on it and like cheese and onions and stuff like that. So I was here for that. I'm like, yeah, let's go there because I want the chili pie. I got the Frito pie. He's like, well, what meat do you want on that? And I was like, the chili. He's like, I said, it comes with chili, right? He's like, well, you get a meat to go aside, like sausage or pulled pork or something. I'm like, okay, just sausage, whatever. I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted the Frito pie. Got my Frito pie, had the sausage on there, went to the condiments bar, put the jalapenos on there, went down, sat down, had a couple of bites. They changed the recipe. They don't use chili anymore. It's baked beans. Ooh, one, I don't like baked beans, and two, it was sweet. Whoa, totally ruined dinner. Sorry, sidetrack, but whoa, I will not be going back there, and if I do, I will not be getting the Frito pie, because that is not Frito pie. That is an abortion, or abomination. That sounds better. It was an abomination. It was gross. DeMazzi's, up your game. No one puts baked beans on Frito pie. No one. All week long, I have been struggling with my sciatic pain in my leg, and my back pain has started to get a little bit worse. I haven't had a solid night's sleep in over a week, and that is with taking painkillers and muscle relaxers and my sleep aid medication and extra melatonin. And there was one night where I felt like I took enough medication that would knock out a horse. Don't worry, I'm not overusing, because I'm very aware of my usage. And it's still, I was up at 2 a.m. for an hour or two, and then up again at 6 for like an hour, and it's been miserable. I'm exhausted. I'm not getting sleep. So I have a good friend of mine who is an amazing massage therapist and will hurt me in all the ways that she needs to hurt me to make sure I feel better. And I'm in this position because she made recommendations for all these stretches that I could do so I don't have this problem again. Did I do those stretches? Absolutely not. Am I regretting it? Absolutely. Will I do those stretches next time? I really want to say yes, but I know me. Although I have been doing more stretches to try and help out my back, because I'm tired of gimping around, and my son was over here on Friday night, and whenever I gimped around, he's like, I want to help you. How can I help you? You're hurting, blah, blah, blah. How can I help you? And honestly, I looked at him, I said, the best thing you can do to help me is just to continue getting ready and doing the things I asked you to do. But that's not helping you. Yeah, it really is. It really is. I love the little guy he's turning into. God, I can't believe he's almost 10. How in the hell did that happen? Drop-offs and pickups have been really nice. my ex has gotten his attitude has been really great lately, and even with my boyfriend there, they laugh, they talk. It's like I'm really happy with I hate to use the term relationship, but the relationship that my boyfriend and my ex-husband have. Um, it's great. It's good energy, and I love that my son sees that. I really do. I hope that my ex's boyfriend will at some point want to join in that camaraderie of all of the adults that are in my son's life. But I've extended that olive branch, and that's up to him to accept it whenever he's ready. I can't rush that. I mean, I punched him. Not very hard, not enough to worry a police call, but I did the thing that was wrong, and I did the thing I was supposed to do to take care of it. So that's all good. Last night, because Friday was my boyfriend's birthday, we had a birthday dinner with his family, Mexican restaurant. I won't go into too much detail on that. All I'll say is, if you recall last week's share about me putting my nose in where it really didn't belong, it was related to the dinner on Friday. But anyway, that went fine. And then last night, we had a party here at the house for my boyfriend and his friends, and some of our friends. Wasn't a huge turnout, but the weather was kind of crappy, so we have a lot of food. We have a lot of food. We will be eating meatballs and corn dip and queso and crackers and cookies for a few days. I'm not upset about the cookies. I love the fact that we have cookies. That we have food, but honestly, some people did show up. We had a really good time. It was just the theme was, extravaganza, eleganza. Wear something that you never get a chance to wear, or you really just haven't worn in a while and really love. So honestly, I wore my heels from when I used to do drag, and I will tell you, I was worried because of my back pain and my leg pain that I wouldn't be able to wear them. The minute I stood up in those heels, about 5 minutes later, like, all my sciatic pain was gone. So either the punch was really strong, or being in the heels put me in such a position and posture that it helped alleviate the nerve pain that I was having. So that was great, until 3 hours later, when the balls of my feet were like, "You're done." The shoes had to come off. And I also wore a really pretty necklace that I had bought from my friend Rusty, who sells her custom-made jewelry online. And I bought it a while ago because it was a really good deal and very, very pretty. And it matched the suit jacket that I wore last night. So I was in like the heels with torn jeans and a suit jacket and then the necklace, and I felt pretty. And my boyfriend, of course, was super handsome in his sparkly little jacket and bow tie, and we had some people that came really dressed up, and some people that, just wore fun stuff that they haven't been able to wear for a while. So anyway, the party was a lot of fun. Went a little bit later than we expected to, because right about the time it was wrapping up, like 2 more people showed up, which kind of reinvigorated the party, which was fun. But we were tired last night. We were tired this morning. But just a really good week. My boyfriend had a great birthday. He had a great party. I don't throw the best parties, and I'm not the best at giving gifts, but I do try. And he said he had a great birthday and a great party. So the only other thing that happened this week is my glasses. I finally got heard back from my eye doctor about my rainbow glasses and putting the new lenses in. When they put the new lenses in, they broke my frame. So now they're having to order the frame from the place that I got it from, have it shipped there, and then they're going to put the new lenses in. So it was supposed to be 2 weeks, and it's been a little bit longer. Oh well. Something I would like to start doing is I see so many inspirational things on Facebook or social media, and most of them are just like, that's corny, whatever, move on. But some of them really hit. So I've decided I'm going to start saving those on my phone and read y'all one of the ones that I see each week that I find impactful. So one of the ones I saw this week is someone out there feels better because you exist. I thought that was just a really positive thing, and I like that because it shows one more reason that you're important and you're worthy. You're worthy of love, and you're worthy to love others. All right, guys. Speaking of love, I love y'all. But I'm gonna go and maybe nap. Check on your friends, make sure they're doing okay. Check on your loved ones, make sure they're doing okay. Mom did some stuff this week that was hard, but I'm very proud of her. So I'll just say that. And check on yourself, make sure you're doing okay. If you're tired, take a nap. All right, guys, love you. See you next week. Bye.